Hello and welcome to this quick guide on using grips and actions in Crayta. If you take a look at my character at the moment, you can see that he has a sword attached to his hand, but it's really just kind of attached and it seems like he's not aware that it's there. And that's where grips come in. Grips are a way that we can give our character the idea that they're holding their hand. It changes their pose and it also offers us opportunities to use some unique animations specific to each grip type. Let's take a look at how we do that. So if I go to my pickup script, which allows me to pick up a sword, you can see that at the moment I'm using something similar to what I looked at in the player sockets tutorial, where I'm attaching the sword to the player in the weapon_R socket. If I wanted to use a grip so that it looks like the player is holding that sword, I would need to supply a grip property of some sort. So I use a grip asset type to do that. And if we take a look at the sword, you can see I've got the grip type here. And I could select knife for a sword. And then when I'm holding that sword, I need to set the grip type on the player. So here this other refers to the player character, and I'm running the set grip function on that player character and specifying the grip type that is up here. So with that single line or those couple of lines of code with the property and then setting the grip, you can see that I now can hold the sword like I'm holding a sword, and that changes some of the animations, such as the roll animation. I no longer look like I'm going to hurt myself with the sword when I roll, and jumping and all sorts of things like that. So it kind of changes the behavior of the player, and that goes for all of these different weapons. You can hold pistols, assault rifles, RPGs, whatever you want, and the animations will be contextually aware of the grip type, which is really cool. And then on top of that, if you want to, you can also use the specific animations for each grip type. For example, here I can play the melee action. To do this simply, you can just use this first part and it will play just the simple melee, but you can also add attributes to that, such as the length of time it takes to complete the animation, which you would do by doing animdata.playback time. Let's say I wanted it to be 0.3 seconds long. You can also hook into events that occur during the animation. So when the melee actually impacts something in that animation, I can choose that moment to play a sound. Let's take a look at this in action. So going back to the game, if I pick up the sword, the animation is lasting the length of time I specified. And when I would normally be impacting something, at that moment, at that exact moment, it's playing that sound. So using the different grips and the animations associated with each one, you can really go to town and exploring some of the cool weapons and functionality that's available to characters in Crayta. I really look forward to seeing how you use grips, actions, and events.